welcome and or welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to start off by saying, so sorry I did not upload last week. I genuinely just didn't have anything to talk about. So I'm going to have to try to come up with more things to talk about besides a wrap up or TBR thing. I want to have more substance. I probably start doing vlogs. I was going to upload a vlog because I went to New York, but it was my first doing a vlog, and I didn't film an intro, I didn't film an outro, and I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't be I just felt like it wasn't gonna be good. So I scrapped it. I said don't even worry about it, I just won't upload last week. So back to the scheduled program. You already know what time it is, favorite time of the month, the reading wrap up. Read 11 books this month. Yay! And fun. This time I actually have actual books to show y'all, so that's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna start with the physical ones that I have, and then we'll go to the ones that I read on Kindle. And as usual, I immersive read 90% of the books. They don't have an audio, I'll just say that. So starting first, Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. First off, Gorgiana. So this book is about sisters. Sister one disappeared. Sister one disappeared. They really aren't too sure what happened to her. It's been about 20 years. And the other two sisters have not spoken within that time frame until mysteriously the sister's husband is murdered almost years to the date, very close in time frame. And they're just trying to find out these two things interconnected. Let me tell y'all, this was, I don't know if I already said, this was 5 stars. Read this. If you like Law and Order SVU specifically, you're going to love this. It's fast paced, straight to the point. I always say, check your triggers. I wasn't triggered. I saw a lot of people saying this book took me through it, da 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 da. It didn't take me through it. It's just really good to me. It's just really, really good. It was wrote, the feelings, oh my God, it was great. This was really good. It kept me on my toes the whole time. And if you like Law and Order SVU, definitely give this a try. But of course, check your triggers. Brother by Anya Alborn. So I was actually gonna give this 2 to 3 stars. I gave it 4, I think. I kind of want to say this is a 3.5. So it's probably a 3.5. I was going to give it a 2, but I gave it 3.5. First off, this is a horror. Sorry. This is a horror book. It's about this family. They live in the woods. They kidnap girls. I'm not telling you nothing crazy. It says on the synopsis. And one of the family members, he doesn't think he's like them. He wants to be different. And that's really all I could say. Now, the thing with this book was I did not care. I truly was not intrigued or anything. It's okay. It wasn't boring. It was just I really too much. The reason this bumped it up to a 3.5/4 was the ending. The ending was so, I don't know what kind of sick and twisted game this lady was playing when she wrote that book. And I picked this book up because someone was like, if you read this, it's going to ruin your whole day. It didn't ruin my whole day, but it had me, I put my book down and I just sat there and then I cackled because I was like, I know you fucking lying. I reread that last sentence at least 10 times. I probably could have read more books if I wasn't so busy rereading that last sentence. So this is a horror. It's too gruesome in my opinion. It's good. It has its twists, its turns. It was cool. It just didn't catch my attention the way I wanted it to. In the Gray by B.B. Reed. Now y'all know I had started reading this last month, but I officially finished it this month. So In the Gray is about this girl named Atlas, and she basically just trying to escape her life at home. So kind of doesn't say goodbye to anybody, and she got these letters, and the strange letters her to a guy named Rowdy. So this is just kind of a journey of Rowdy and Atlas, and this is an age gap romance. Can't say too much. The synopsis on the back wasn't a lot. just know it was given, it's a forbidden romance, check your triggers, age gap, in the dark, in the dark romance genre. But as an avid dark romance reader, I wouldn't say that this is dark romance. It's dark romance, if you will. The tension between the two, it was definitely giving enemies back to enemy love. Like, it's so much push and pull. It was so good. I will say I feel like the plot fell through. Like, you know me, when I read like a dark romance or something, I like to still have a little bit of, if it's gonna be dark romance with a plot, you're gonna have to do both. If it's just dark romance, this clearly has a plot, 400 pages, so it clearly has a plot, but I don't know. I just felt like the plot fell short. It just fell short for me. And yeah, I still give it 4 stars. It was still good. Did not have an audio. This is one of the ones that I didn't immersive read. It didn't come with an audio. But yeah, it's still good. 4 stars. You know what? Because I feel like 3 stars, 3.5. They're reformatory. Okay. Now, by Miss Tanara Reeve Du. This was so good. This is my first historical fiction. So this is about this boy, and he was like trying to protect his sister. He ends up kicking a white man. He kicked the white man. This is set in like the Jim Crow era. Because he kicked the white man, they send him to the boys reformatory. When he goes to the boys reformatory, he senses, he sees, and he feels a lot of or hates, whatever you like to call them, and it's just kind of their story of what was happening in the reformatory. To be honest, if you like, all you got to do is understand that this is a Jim Crow era. We're talking about a reformatory school for boys who deserve to be punished, and it's crazy. You got his sister trying to like get him out of it because he didn't deserve it. You got him, he's only like, if they, he might be 7. He's very small. He does not deserve to be there. And it's just, I know what era this is set in, and I still, every time I saw a white person say the N-word, my mouth dropped every time. Like, I can't even help it. This was 5 stars. It is not often that I read a book and when it's done, I start thinking about the side characters. Like, I was wondering, okay, is grandma okay? Like, people who help the brother and sister along their journey, are like, how y'all doing? Are y'all okay? Because you shouldn't be helping no Negro. Like, nice. Like, I really enjoyed this book. I read this book so fast, and the audiobook was also really, really good. 5 stars. Like, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I think about the main characters. I think about the side characters. Like, I went through all the emotions of like sad, happy. At one point, I was like, finally, like, yeah, yes, I know that's right. Like, really, really enjoyed this book. I wholeheartedly like myself submerged into this. I think I finished this in like a day and a half, maybe 2, and it's like 600 pages. So definitely 5 stars. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. So this was my first literary fiction, right? So this is about a black woman. She is a nanny for a white family. She takes their kid to a grocery store, and she was wrongfully accused of trying to kidnap that child. She was babysitting, all because she was a black woman with a white child. So this kind of that journey of like, when like kind of the main character's question, like, am I racist? Like, am I ignorant to racism? Kind of satire as well. Like, the way it was just, yeah, people try to justify their feelings and stuff. Scared, I thought I saw a spider. Okay, it's not a spider, but I got scared, thought it was a spider. Give it 3.5 to 4 stars, only because I don't really know how I feel about the genre. I feel like the premise, the like what they're trying to say, I feel like that was really good. Made me think, it was making me angry. You know what? That alone, 4 stars. Because if a book makes me feel anything, yeah. It gave me like critical thinking, but it's just the fact that I'm still new to like fiction, so it was just weird because I haven't really read anything that didn't have like kind of crazy scheming plot or like spice or anything like that. So this would honestly say like, this could be like for a beginner in literary fiction like myself, like something to open up your mind. I did like this a lot. Lucid Dreams by Lady Nisha, 5 stars. This was so good. So this follows 2 twins. Of course, it's twins. This follows twins night and day. First off, love that. Night and day, they witnessed a gruesome, horrific incident, and it kind of them scarred. It's not kind of left them scarred. With their trauma with partying, pill popping, it's trying to get money. Basically, that's how they're coping. Didn't have a nurturing mother, and they had a abusive father. So you know it is when two black men don't have the guidance and the nurturing that they need, they turn to somewhere else. Then you also have this beautiful young woman named Hunter. Hunter also deals with her own set of trauma. She has a deadbeat baby daddy. She also has an abusive father. She lost her mother when she was young, and she just feels like nobody cares about her. So it follows. I like this because it dealt with. It involves therapy. It involves like a lot of loyalty, trusting, and lies. And it's just, but the biggest thing about this was two people who have both been so like traumatized and have been dealt shitty cards, and how they cope with that, how they find ways to become better for the person who they want to be with. Like, just because our past doesn't define us. In the past, we've both been through some things, but that doesn't mean we have to take that with us, and we have to become the very thing that made us who we are. You know what I'm saying? So this was really good. And like, even though it dealt with some heavy topics, their banter, like, the book was so funny. The twin, I believe it was Day, was the funny twin to me. And the audiobook was so good. Like, he's such a good job. Like, literally reminded me of how me and my brother be talking to each other, like, shut the F up, you know. Good. And yeah, glad that we had the amount of like humor to offset this. Would like, this stuff was heavy. Like, I'm glad we had the humor that we had to offset the heavy topics that this book does discuss. So this was really, really good. Immortal Dark by Miss Tigis Germa. First off, the book comes out in November, so it should be dropping in like a week or two. Super excited. So that is going to be on my TBR. So this follows a girl named Kadan. Kadan's sister kidnapped by who she presumes to be a vampire named Susanos. The thing about this world is you have to go to like the place called Yuxley, and each, like, it's like houses, and each house has their own set of vampires. Susanos is the vampire of her house. She's like a long lost heiress. It's a lot of background, but just know this, the magic system was good. I like the magic system. It wasn't too hard for me to catch on. The plot was good. The angst, the banter was good. This is YA, so don't be expecting spice, but I really enjoy like the way Kidan is. She kind of doesn't care about anything but finding her sister, right? And Susan's kind of what's next. You know, like, you don't find her, what's next? And if you do find her, what's next? And Kadan just kind of has like on track mind. She doesn't really care about anything else but finding her sister, not even herself. And she's willing to go through any length, including destroying herself, to find her sister. So, really good. Can't wait for book 2. This was 4 stars for me. Really, really good though. Now, the rest of these books I did read on Kindle. I read The Chain by Adrienne McKenty. So with The Chain, it's like, what would you do if someone calls you and say, hey, I kidnapped your child. The only way you can get them back is if you this amount of money into this bank account, and you had to kidnap somebody else's child. Of course, you're going to kidnap somebody else's child to get your child back unharmed, right? And now you're part of the chain. That's basically what this is all about. I gave this book 3 stars just because I genuinely just kind of more like, started off really fast, really strong, really good. I had even recommended it to somebody, and then they told me that they had to DNF it. And I was like, you know what, that's fair, because I recommended it while I was still reading. And once I was done reading it, I was like, man, I feel like it's a good introduction to, suspense type of thing. But it just, I don't know, it kind of fell short for me. Like, the plot kind of, we got to like in a resolution pretty fast. So then like, the rest of the stuff was happening, I just didn't really care as much. Playground by Erin Bogart. Now, that was my first time doing splatterpunk horror. So this is a book about once in a lifetime woman. She targets low-income families, and she invites them to come test out her new playground, and things are just not as what they seem. You think you're going to a playground, it's like a playground of freaking horror. My problem, this was 2 stars. My problem with this book was it was just like overly descriptive and nasty for no reason. And I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the kids. I didn't care about anything that was happening. it's just nasty. Like, it's just descriptive for no reason. That was my opinion. I just did not like that. That doesn't mean I don't like splatterpunk horror. I'm not against trying another book. I just did not care for that. I finally finished the Maggie Gray, When the Wolf Loves the Moon. Oh my God! First off, that audio is gonna eat every time. Granger, Maggie Gray series. Those are some of like my favorite audio books for sure. But this just continues, Gray and all her friends and their journey at Drew Collins. Her and are getting serious. I really like this book. Finished it in 2 days. It was definitely my favorite book of the series. So many twists, so many turns. The ending. I will say, like, my thing with this is a lot. So what I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know, I thought this was gonna be the last book. It has to be another book because of the way it ended. But I really like that. I can't really say too much without like tell what happened in the first 2 books. So you would just have to read the first book, which is The Secret World of Maggie Gray, to get it. But it was really started Ethic 4, you guys. Let me tell you. Ethic 4 might be my favorite book so far. Because Ethic 4, I feel like I understand what's happening. On one end, we have Ezra Ethic Oakford trying to be the best man he could be, trying to deal with his trauma the best way he knows how, while still loving Lanika the best way he can, right? You got Lanika also trying to love him the best way she can. She's trying to forgive him, trying to put their differences to the side. And then you got Morgan. And in the same breath that you have this beautiful love story forming, like this man willing to do anything for Lanika. Like, oh my God, their love journey is so beautiful, so touching, so amazing. Like love, God, all of that, right? And at that same breath, you got Morgan going through hell. Do you hear me? You have Morgan going through so much trauma, turmoil, angst, anger, and it's rightfully justified, by the way, in my opinion. Rightfully justified, but she's going through so much, and this just really amazes me how Ashley Internet was able to do both of those things at the same time. That is why I feel like I'm getting whiplash, because over here I'm love, light, and then over here it's trauma, darkness, and like turmoil, and it's like I need to be immersed in both of their stories, and I feel like it's just a perfect balance. And I will say I just can't wait for Ethics to catch a break. I really, really can't. I have 2 more books and then I'll be done with the Ethics series, man. And this has been a very long journey. So I finished that in a day. I finished Ethic 4 in a day. And I thought I did so good. Like I didn't cry until like the very doggone last page, man. Bella got my heart already. Like it's just like a sweet girl. But anyway, I can talk you guys head off. I read some really, really good books this month. Pretty Girls was a 5-star. Reformatory was 5 stars. Dreams was 5 stars. Yeah, I had 3 5-star books this month, y'all. Oh my goodness. So yeah, as always, have you read any of these books? Do you plan on reading any of them? What did you read for the month? How many did you read? Always know that no matter how many books you read, just the fact that you read anything is a goal, is an accomplishment. So life gets the best of us. We can't always read. The only reason I'm even blessed to be able to read so much is because of the job that I have. This isn't my job, but the job I have is a sit at home, like not at home, is a sitting job. So for the most part, I'm just sitting down reading or I'm listening to the audios. I'm able to finish a good amount of books in a month. But yeah, know that no matter how many books you read, I'm just happy that you're reading. But yeah, it's me getting a little sentimental. The holidays do that to me. But anyway, until next time, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.